When we talk about angiosperms, we're talking about flowering plants, the most diverse and widespread group of plants on Earth. The name angiosperm literally means enclosed seed, and that gives you the key to understanding why they've been so successful. Unlike gymnosperms, which produce naked seeds in cones, angiosperms protect their seeds inside a fruit, which develops from a flower. This isn't just a small difference, it's a major evolutionary innovation. Fruits protect the seeds from harsh conditions, from predators, and often provide a method for dispersal, whether by animals, wind, or water. A bird eating a berry or a squirrel bearing a nut is directly helping the plant reproduce, a strategy gymnosperms don't have. Angiosperms first appeared around 140 million years ago during the Cretaceous period. In a relatively short evolutionary time, they diversified rapidly, outcompeting many gymnosperms in a variety of ecosystems. One reason for this success is their flowers. Flowers attract pollinators, bees, birds, bats, and even small mammals, which transfer pollen in ways that are more precise than wind pollination alone. This increases genetic diversity and reproductive efficiency. Angiosperms can specialize. Some flowers evolve to attract only certain pollinators, creating complex ecological relationships. Once pollination occurs, the ovules develop into seeds inside the fruit, completing the reproductive cycle. Structurally, angiosperms can be divided into two main groups, monocots and dicots. Monocots include plants like palms, grasses, lilies, and orchids. They have one seed leaf, parallel leaf veins, and flower parts usually in multiples of 3. Dicots include most trees and shrubs, such as oaks, maples, and roses. They have 2 seed leaves, net-like leaf veins, and flower parts, typically in multiples of 4 or 5. Both groups share the defining features of flowers and fruits, but their structural differences affect growth patterns, leaf arrangements, and even how they respond to pruning and environmental stress. California is home to an incredible diversity of angiosperms, which dominate many ecosystems. In the northern forests, big leaf maple thrives in moist soils, producing large leaves that capture sunlight efficiently. California oaks, including valley oak, blue oak, and coast live oak, form extensive woodlands that provide shelter and food for wildlife. Chaparral ecosystems are dominated by evergreen shrubs like manzanitas and ceanothus, which have tough leaves to withstand drought and fire. Riparian corridors are full of flowering trees like willows, cottonwoods, and sycamores, which stabilize riverbanks, provide shade, and create complex habitat for birds, amphibians, and insects. Even urban areas are rich in angiosperms, from ornamental magnolias and flowering cherries to fruit trees in gardens and orchards. Angiosperms play multiple roles in ecosystems. Their flowers support pollinators, fruits feed animals, and fallen leaves contribute to nutrient cycling and soil enrichment. Because they occupy such a wide range of ecological niches, they support high biodiversity. Many angiosperms have co-evolved with specific animal species, creating interdependent relationships that shape entire ecosystems. For example, the acorns of valley oaks are a critical food source for squirrels, deer, and birds, while the flowers of manzanita provide nectar for specialized pollinators in chaparral regions. From an arborist perspective, angiosperms require a different approach than gymnosperms. Many are deciduous, shedding leaves seasonally, which affects pruning schedules, water needs, and debris management. Others are evergreen, keeping foliage year-round, which can influence microclimates and habitat structure around the tree. Flowering and fruiting cycles are important to understand, both for ecological reasons and for planning maintenance in urban or managed landscapes. Recognizing structural differences between monocots and dicots also helps with identifying species, understanding their growth patterns, and predicting how they respond to stress or injury. Angiosperms also illustrate remarkable evolutionary adaptability. Their flowers and fruits have allowed them to colonize nearly every environment, from deserts to coastal wetlands, high mountains to grasslands. Many angiosperms have evolved fire tolerance, drought resistance, or other adaptations to survive extreme conditions. In California, for example, chaparral shrubs are adapted to periodic fire, while oaks and riparian trees are adapted to seasonal flooding. This diversity shows us not only how angiosperms have thrived for millions of years, but also how they continue to shape landscapes and ecosystems. In summary, angiosperms are flowering plants with seeds enclosed in fruits, allowing for efficient protection and dispersal. They include monocots and dicots, cover a huge range of forms from grasses to towering trees, and dominate ecosystems worldwide. In California, they range from oaks, maples, and willows to manzanitas and ceanothus, supporting wildlife, shaping habitats, and contributing to soil and nutrient cycles. Understanding angiosperms is essential for arborists because their growth patterns, reproductive strategies, and ecological roles differ from gymnosperms, and each species requires careful attention to its life cycle, environmental needs, and maintenance considerations.